G'day, welcome back to Valheim. Today I thought we could do some building, so naturally Thor decided to start up a storm. I really want to work on the portal hub. I think that'll be a good next step for us. So I've been playing around with some ideas of what I could do. And basically, I've brought you back in a terrible spot because I'm stuck at the moment. Like I don't know what to do. I can't get it to look the way I want. So in the middle here, there's meant to be this this drop down section where we have this concave roof, and the idea was it gets separated from this roof, so the smoke that goes up comes out and then goes up and out. But to get all of this covered in roof tiles, in thatch, it becomes very convoluted and just like I lose out on the nice beam work that I have going on here. So yeah, I really like the beam work. Like it just, like it's all worked together really nicely. And the way I built this is I just winged it. I mean, these two beams were meant to line up, but then because they didn't, I was like, oh well, I'll try something else. Let's put this on. Oh yeah, I've got some upgrades to talk to you guys about later as well, but that didn't do shit. It doesn't reach. Yeah, so those two beams didn't line up, and then all I did is I just went with it. And then yeah, and the rest of this stuff just lined up nicely, and like we've got this really cool circle in the middle. And the bit above that looks really cool as well, but yeah, just we really need some more options for roofing. I feel like we need some thin triangle pieces. But yeah, the top section looks good. I love the double beams. Now that it's done that to me and it's forced me to build this, I really like it. But yeah, roofing this thing is proving to be a bit of a pain. I don't really want to use these because they have a beam of their own, which is really going to make a mess of everything that I've built down there. So I'm trying to use these as much as I can. We kind of need, yeah, see, I can't even just put one here. Like it needs to be two. It needs to be two next to each other. I need like that one there, and then this one needs to go in there. Sure, let's go with that. Let's have a look at that. It's not too bad. You know what? You know what it needs? I need to attach this to this beam. I think that would clean it up. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so I removed that so I can get this piece in. Now I'm pretty sure these are just attached to each other, right? So I should be able to do that and replace that one. Can we do the same with this one? Yeah, so it needs to go there. And then you just need to squeeze in there. Alright, let's just not do the entire thing. Let's just have a look at that. See what kind of a pattern that makes. Yeah, see, that's much better. except that one is incorrect. But yeah, this one placed correctly, and I like that. There's like just this like little subtle cross. I could probably make that work. All right, I know what I'm doing now. I'm gonna work on that, and oh shit, and also work on not dying in the process. Oh shit. And I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so the sun's starting to go down, so you probably can't see it that great. But yeah, I did the second layer, like the inner layer as well, and I think I've got it. So if we get close, it looks very messy. Just wait for my world to save. But even though it looks messy, it has a pattern. And I think that is what is saving it right now. Because it does not look hideous. Especially because you can't see the detail that great when you're standing down the bottom. Actually, I'll show you the top. Because the top actually looks really nice. Yeah, look at that. It's just like a bird's nest. Like a giant fucking bird's nest. Looks great. Now you might be looking at this and going, Timmy, that's got to be against your internal rule of your roofing. And yeah, you're totally right, it is. However, there is going to be another roof on top, which will divert the water away from this area. So in theory, you know, no water would ever be in this area. It's just this piece is only here to divert the smoke out to the sides and then go up and hit there. And then ideally it would go out, but it's actually probably going to pool in this area, which is what I was avoiding with this, because I didn't want to be able to look directly up at the roof and just see it like a big pile of smoke just lingering in the center of the building. So with this diverting it in all other directions, the smoke should, you know, move and at least hide behind the layer. Anyway, let's get out of here and go to bed. I wanted to cut back on how much I share with you guys at the start of a video, because I tend to take up a lot of your time explaining exactly everything I've done, and it's probably not needed. But ideally, I'd like to tell you at least some of the, you know, important things I did. Like I've upgraded our cloak. We're wearing the wolf cape. I've also upgraded everything else to max. So all the new silver weapons and everything's max quality. I also placed a wolf rug, because obviously we're going to get increased comfort from placing that one as well. So that stacks with the deer rug. And then I placed the new bed as well for additional comfort. Yeah, so it goes up to 23 minutes now. Alright, yeah, we're not really going to get a good view of that because of the fog. Let's try just going up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. And it does show off my beam work, which is what I really wanted. I didn't want to cover all that up. And it does protect us, even though that roof isn't actually going to be the one protecting us. It's the one above that. I think I am... Oh, shit. I was bumping my head, but yeah, I got up here. Okay, so we need to do the same with this. I'm not 100% sure how I want to handle this, because that immediately crosses over and yeah, starts going over my beam work. Although I could double up on these to make them stick through, to make sure that they're visible on this side. That's a possibility. Man, I am so gonna die this episode. Just from building. Yeah, so that's not gonna allow us to get one nice in the center there. What we could do is actually create a snap point for us. So we know this crossover section is the middle. That's where we want the middle of the roof. So what if we were to try to... Okay, that's close as we can get it. But that would give us something to snap to. Now, granted, it's not perfectly in the middle, but it's not too bad. It does cover up the section we need it to. Can we do like a few of these guys? Damn. It's not going to work there because we actually need it to go over a little bit. Jesus. What an absolute mess. All right, what if we hand place this guy? Ideally in the middle. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, that's not gonna work. Can we place this guy first? Yeah, that looks good. And then we want to place this guy in there. Can we sneak underneath there? Damn, it's so close. Maybe I'm not getting the snap point. Because it's, yeah, that's got to be... maybe not. Welcome back, guys. I thought I should bring you back because I'm starting to get a little bit ahead of myself now. So I ended up finishing the top section. Let's go up there and I'll show you what it looks like. If I could do it without dying. I did actually just die as well. Not that long ago. Oh, it's, yeah, it looks so good. I'm really happy with it. I'm not going to be able to jump up there. No. I shouldn't have destroyed my scaffolding. God damn it. Alright, I will jump into free cam and I'll give you a proper look at it. Alright, here we are. So it looks very complicated, but it's not. It's very simple. All I've done is I've recreated what I built down here with these two 45 degree pieces that are, you know, coming out, and then there's a single piece that joins into the middle. Okay, so that is what I snapped all of these to. If you remember when I did the roofing for this, I was using those pieces. So I just did the same for this. And then rather than using the 26 degree slopes for this middle beam, I use the 45s. I think it just adds just a slight change to the silhouette of it. And I think, yeah, it really looks good. And then once again, I did what I said I was going to do. I double stacked these beams here. So there's two sets there. If I can get, oh, you can just see it. And they're a little bit offset. And that's how I'm getting it to overhang like that. Now the way I did that is I just free placed it. And so in the middle it's not 100%, like they're not all exactly, you know, perfect. As you can see, it's a little bit of a jumbled mess, but for the most part it's fairly it's accurate enough for me. And then I just did double beams around the edge to hide the thatch, which is my new favorite thing to do. I've done it down here as well. And then I continued on with this because you might have remembered that I only had like one or two of these beams going up here. So I replicated that across all of them. And now these are straight pieces here. They're hiding the iron beams because as you could see, like it's quite a tall structure. That's the only way I was able to get support, especially to things like this, because it's hanging down. Like there's a lot of joining pieces. So we're getting support to basically that corner there, because you got the iron beams that come in. And then they go up from there. Oh, that's right. They only go to that one there. They don't actually go all the way. They only go up one. But yeah, overall, that's like really good. It's yeah, it's turned out perfect. Now I'm in the process of doing the outside roof. Replicating this corner piece here, and I wanted to bring you guys back to show you how I'm getting this piece in the middle, which like it looks like it's snapped like perfectly, like but it's actually free placed. So I've built this platform and everything. That's actually how I died. I didn't have enough support, and I was standing on the platform when it fell. Alright, so let's get up there. Okay, I actually want to get over that side. Okay, so that's the angle we want. So let me zoom in. But you can see that if we try to Let me get a little bit of a platform down here. If we try to snap it to the corner, it clips in on the left-hand side very far, to the point where it's sticking out, and it's not clipped in on the right-hand side at all. There's a bit of a gap there. So we can tell there that this won't actually be in the center. We can either choose one side or the other. But what I was doing is free placing it. Now we can't free place it from this side, because there's nothing there to free place it on. Like if I hold down shift, I can free place it against that. But that's doing the exact same thing as snapping it to the corner. It's not actually clipping in on that side. So we need a backboard, essentially. And the way I was doing it is, if I can get the camera in the right spot, because you want to be able to see this side here, but I am free placing it on to that side there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what we got to do is we want to line this up so the bit that we're going to be free placing against is perfectly aligned with the corner of those beams. So we don't want to leave a gap like that. We're going to bring it up right to the edge. If we go too far, it'll obviously flip over to the other side, and we don't want that. So we want to push it as far as we can while keeping it on this side here. Now the vertical height doesn't matter, really, as long as it's somewhat in the middle. But yeah, we can place that there. And now we have a backboard that we can free place against. So we can actually line this up right in the center, depending on how much patience we have. That looks pretty good. So we can get rid of that. And now that gives us a good middle point for the slope. So yeah, that's going to be good. All right, so I'm going to go do that on all of these. And actually, I might show you the process of putting these slopes in as well, because we're probably going to have a couple of issues like up here as well. So it'd be good to troubleshoot those together, and then I'll replicate it for the other bloody 7 corners or whatever, or 6 I guess, because I have done one. So yeah, that one's going to line up perfectly with that, because those 2 pieces are snapped together. So we can just do that one. And then we've got the middle piece, so that just snaps in there perfectly as well. And I should probably get rid of this scaffolding because it'll be difficult to do. All right, cool. So I think this one should be all right. Yeah, we don't really want to do that. What about clipping it in? Maybe we should check to see how I did the other one, because I really like the other one. The other one looks nice. So there's those 3 pieces. Okay, so I did 2 for this one, and it's clipping underneath the beam. And then this one's not quite in the middle, but it's good enough. And the next one looks like it's snapped directly to that one, because it's a little bit further off, but doesn't make a difference. Well, it's not too noticeable anyway. So we're not snapping directly to that one. We're going to rotate it so it's the same as this middle piece, but we need to split it in half somehow. And I vaguely recall there being just a random snap point that I was able to get it to snap to. Actually, it looks like it does, but I'm hiding it with another piece underneath. Is there another 2 pieces underneath? I think I have carried these 2 down further. Yeah, I did that a couple of days ago, to be honest. Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. And I do want to continue that because these support beams will go into the shape of an octagon then, rather than having a beam go out and then one go in. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have a small gap, and then we're going to tack on some ones underneath. So let's see if we can do that. So does that mean I'm just... Oh, it's not here. Does that mean I'm just doing that? Just snapping it to the corner there? Is it really that big of a gap? Yeah, it could be. Rather than crawling down, I'm actually going to just use free fly to double check. Nah, that can't be right. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it is. I didn't realize how dodgy that is until just now. Okay. We could tidy that up by putting some beams along that edge. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, and then the final step is to try and get this piece, which needs to go right in the middle somehow. There's no favorable snap points there. What about down here? Nothing standing out to me. Wait, what's that snapping to? That looks alright. I think we can use that. Yep, I think that'll work. I might do a double beam on the inside as well. Fuck, it's a bit overkill, isn't it? Ah, fuck it. We're already up to like 28,000 structures. What's another 16? Okay, so that all looks good. I'll build some scaffolding up to get on the inside as my game saves. After I have a sleep, and then I'll play around with some beams along that edge there to see if we can clean that up on the inside, and then I think we'll be good. And then I'll just replicate it on the other corners and bring you back when it's finished. Yeah, I think just 2 beams there will be perfect enough to just fill that gap. Yeah, actually we might not need any, well, we might not need much scaffolding because this goes, yeah, it goes up to here. No, we won't need any scaffolding whatsoever. Now we're going to use a trick that I was told in the comments. To get lower, we can just sit down. And then the camera drops down. How cool is that? Okay, look, just sit down. All right. Do we want to free place this? Because if we snap it to this, we're going to lose some of the... Like, some of it's going to go into the roof. Whereas if we free place it, we can just fill that gap nicely. We just need to be careful not to go too far with it, because it might poke through. Nah, it looks pretty good, actually. That looks pretty good there. Wait, sit down. I'm not finished yet. No. Look. Look, I think that's good enough, I reckon. Let's go down and check it out. Yeah, it's definitely, it's way better. Yeah, it's looking good. Did I show you what the inside of that looks like? I don't think I did. No, obviously I didn't. Look at it. It's bloody perfect. Like, everything looks like it's done on purpose. And the way I'm getting that is just because it's a pattern that I've done. Like, I've just replicated it. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's seriously good. Yeah, that is gonna look really, really good. All right, let me finish that top section of the roof, and then I'll bring you guys back for the next stage, I guess. Welcome back, guys. All right, so it's been a hot minute. I can't quite remember what I was doing. Is Odin just checking me out again? It's several times I've seen him in the last few days. I wonder if he's like trying to tell me something. Okay, so I'm in the process of placing down some braziers here. Which I think... Yeah, I think that looks good. Doesn't really provide that much light down here though. But it's great for showing off the detail of the roof. I wonder if possibly like a bonfire or something would be the way to go down here. Sadly, we can't place it on stone. Is that the case? Yeah. So that kind of sucks. I think we might just have to put some wall sconces down on these pillars. I think that's the best option. Okay, so do we have everything we need for a brazier? No. We're gonna get the bronze. Alright, so we'll just transfer a couple into our inventory. I I think 3 should be enough. Yeah, so I had to place some half beams here just to give these guys something to attach to. Otherwise they were going to sit up way too high. There we go. Alright, so that generates a lot of smoke. We've just got this ring of smoke around. I mean, the smoke is leaving though, right? Yeah, it is rising and going out, yeah. But it is sitting underneath that lip. And there is a gap there. And the whole point of this thing was to avoid that. This pooling of smoke inside. Might try and remove those beams and just see what happens. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. And if that's the case, I would rather the beams in there. Because they look better. Oh, that's right, yeah, I was building that thing. Alright, well, we're not really getting the effect that I was looking for, but that's alright. At least it looks good. Yeah, just, I was hoping to get the smoke to sort of like pour out of these holes here, but that's alright. Can't win them all. Alright, let me get into free cam. Okay, so I replicated the corner pieces and the rest of the roof all the way around, and then I started playing around with some ideas of just this little overhang, some sort of a framing, and I've come up with this. I think this, like, I tried about 6 or 7 different designs. I think this one looks the best. So yeah, I think I'm gonna replicate that as well. Oh, and then there's, yeah, see, I could do a beam running across there, or I could just meet up along the edge there. See, what I was trying to do is, because this support beam sits down half a block, and it just looks weird when it terminates like that. So I was considering, yeah, meeting them up. So yeah, I think we might do that and get rid of this. Kind of feel like we need like a flag or something on top. What if we were to do like a bunch of pillars sticking out of possibly these 45-degree beams, and placing the banners on them? Just have 8 banners like in a circle. That might look pretty cool. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm not sure exactly how much space we have, support we have up there, but we'll give it a go. Welcome back, guys. I'll show you what I've got done. Yeah, this is looking really, really cool. So I replicated that structure, the support structure. Oh, it's not really support. It's just decoration. And then I made up some weird design here as well. Although I wonder if having a beam go in through there as well would look any good. Alright, it's not that one. It's the next one down, which has a little bit poking through. I wonder if that would still look okay. Let's get into free cam because there's I placed the flags as well. I actually don't know. I like that, but I also like the gap without it. I think I might remove that and we'll leave it. But that's what I did on the very top. So I placed all those banners like I said I was going to, and then just added some sort of a decorative top piece. Yeah, it's very simple. I just got a horizontal and then a vertical piece, and then the 26-degree, which goes directly into one of the dragons, and they all cross over each other to make that that little piece on the top there. Yeah, I think that looks really good. I think it's a good height. Oh, I lowered the braziers as well. So when I was doing this this bracing, there was a little gap. Like it didn't actually meet up with this support beam. So I extended it out one further, and then it was clipping into the brazier because the brazier was attached to that point. So I just moved it down, and yeah, it all just worked out. Looks nice. It actually brings the light a little bit lower as well. There is like a god-awful amount of smoke in there. Even with the ventilation, it's just, yeah. So much smoke. But that's alright. I can still see my decorative beams, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's coming together. Okay, so I think the next step would be to do some sort of a weaving around the outside of it. Similar to the courtyard. Yeah, so I want to try to have a similar pattern to this if I can. Okay, may as well reuse this, I guess. Sadly, I think this is going to be too narrow for what we want to do. So I think I need 3 walls. This is only 2 walls wide. So I don't want it to go all the way to the top. I want to leave a gap. So possibly, let's just start there, where that join is. And and we'll see what we can come up with. So ideally we would have another one. This would come down half a block. And then cross them over. And then maybe an X in the middle. It's going to be difficult to get into place. Maybe if we place a vertical beam, that might make it easier. Okay, we can do it like that. Let's get rid of that vertical beam. It's a little bit too busy. Alright, let's have a look at this one again. So yeah, it's definitely... Oh, it's 4. It's actually 4 walls. Yeah, see, there's not enough room to do what we need to do. Could we span it from that pole all the way to that pole? Let's try that. Let's get some scaffolding up there. Okay, so we're gonna go from this pole to this pole here. So ideally we would have... Is that the angle we need? We can actually press F on that. No, G. No, it is F. Just got to double tap it to swap it. No, that doesn't look right. Oh, it's because this doesn't go in the middle, yeah. This is gonna look weird. It's gonna look really, really weird. Alright, let's get... We'll just keep going for now. We'll see what we can come up with. So this is a half a step. And it actually keeps going in that direction. And meets up in the middle. And then we need to do the same thing again. So we've got another half a step. Alright, let's get rid of these vertical pieces. They're not part of the design. There's the guide. So we've got to get you to snap into there somehow. Or it actually might be an X. These aren't actually lined up. They're sort of bowing in the middle. But it's the only way I'm able to get that to work. I'm already not liking this. Just due to the angle of this beam. because it doesn't go through the center. But obviously our entire design like pivots on the fact that these two come together. So yeah, this isn't going to work. I don't even think we should bother with this. Maybe instead of going 4 walls, we go 6 walls. That's going to really bring in the... let's just play around with this for a second. So if we were to go 6 walls... it would actually be like 5 3/4. Yeah, so there's a little bit of overlap in the middle. But that puts the middle of this in the center of one of these straight sections. So can we do this the entire way around? No. That would be terrible, because there's 13 of these openings. And doing this, we're using 12. So there'd be one left over, and it wouldn't make any sense unless we make that section here. And we do something different for this. Alright, let's go on that assumption. And we'll see if we can come up with something that looks nice. And then make a decision based on that. Is this gonna square off this room too much? Because at the moment it looks quite round and half decent. If we do this section where it's 6 walls just flat, yeah, it's gonna take too much of the shape out of it. It's gonna flatten everything off. All right, back to the drawing board. Okay, so I think we want to keep the 2 walls and then rotate. But what if we, instead of repeating the same pattern in each 2 wall section, what if we expand the pattern to 4 walls or whatever, but just keep rotating it? So let me try and show you what I mean. So that's the top beam. That guy's gonna go there. And then we're gonna drop it down again. So that guy comes out this way. Now we're gonna need a 3rd one. And yeah, we're basically gonna keep doing the same pattern. It's just gonna be, we're gonna bend it where it needs to be bent in order to fit this round shape. Okay, let's get one of you in, because you'll make this place easier. Probably never gonna get that guy back though. Nah, it's gone. It's gone. Okay, and then does this come down from this point? And then goes back out again. Well, that's getting pretty low. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the portals. Is that enough? I kind of feel like we need more than just a flat edge on the top here. What if we change it up a little bit? Let's get rid of the straight sections there. Ah, but it leaves me with that stupid thing. I hate that. See how that looks. Yeah, I don't like that. I want it just to peak there. Unless we keep going with that. There is so much wood in this structure. It is unreal. There are many snap points in that area, unfortunately for me. So that's going to be too high, isn't it? Okay, cool. Now, does that poke through the roof? It does a tiny little bit. Which I can live with. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Now it's just a matter of replicating it. And we will need to do something different for that middle section. But I think what we'll do is we'll do that last, because that way we'll have a better idea of, you know, what the design is going to look like as a whole. Might leave that piece there because we'll most likely need it. Yep. All right. So let me replicate this 3 more times, because there's going to be 1 here and then 2 on the other side, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, there it is. All replicated. Yeah, I think it looks really good. Okay, so now there's just this bit here. This isn't what the design that I came up with. I just used this to carry the snap points across. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do there. Yeah, so what if we... Yeah, we go from there. Let's remove these. And we do the same on this side. There's not enough support for that. Same from this side. Yeah, I think we just keep going. Let's carry this all down. Although that leaves us with a bunch of Vs. You know how I feel about Vs. Alright, so how does that look? I instantly don't like that pillar in the middle. Just doesn't match. Trouble is, I can't really do. Can't do it without it. I guess we could go up from that point. Ah. So we could do that. I still don't like that pillar in the middle. It needs to be open. Oh, one thing I noticed is whenever I do the X's, they seem to meet up a lot nicer. And I was having a look before when I was placing these down. When I go to place this, that is not showing me. Let's try this way. Yeah, see? See how the X is pushed up and to the right more so than what that original piece is? And that's how it's able to meet in the middle a lot nicer. And I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I would like it. I would like these things to do that. So if we place both of those, we get a big V there, which looks hideous. Nobody likes it. But as soon as we place those, because they are sticking out further, they meet up. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. But that means if I want to eliminate those things, I would have to put X's in there, and then we're going to lose this stripe, which is the entire point behind that. I don't know if you've noticed, but I try to avoid just doing a bunch of X's now, because it just ends up cluttering. Like, you don't get an actual design. It literally looks like you're just spamming X's everywhere. I forget where I did it. It might have been a previous design of mine where I just had a bunch of X's, and it just, yeah, it doesn't look nice. In my opinion, obviously. Some people might like it. So that's why I try to create some sort of a pattern with Actually, when I'm looking at it, I don't even look at the beams itself. What I'm designing it based on is the gap in the middle. Yeah, so yeah, I really want that to be a full stripe. And we're going to lose that if I put a bunch of X's in there. So am I going to have to deal with the V's? Am I doomed? Doomed to suffer the V's. No, I can't do that because that's hideous. It looks like it's broken. I wonder if that's why the V's actually bother me. Because I'm actually basing my design on the gap in between. I don't know. Food for thought, I guess. I'm going to have a think about this, see what I can come up with, and then I'm going to bring you guys back when I've made up my mind. Alright, I think I've got something that I'm happy with. So I just copied that same central pattern there, that sort of diamond, and I just moved it down enough that I could bring these pieces up and those pieces down, so they sort of all meet up in the middle. There is like this piece here does terminate, it goes nowhere, but I don't think it's an issue. I think it looks okay. So I'm going to keep that. I like it. Alright, we're on the home stretch now. Last thing I want to do is obviously put in the portals. I'm contemplating putting a railing in. I don't know. Like, is it really needed? I don't know. We'll have a look after the portals are in. And then I probably want to just throw up some more wall sconces just to get a bit more light in here. Sadly, it is going to be very dark right in the middle here. There's probably not a lot I can do about that either. Unless we did some standing torches, possibly. We just do some standing iron torches. Is that going to look weird though? I think that's going to look weird. I'd much rather them hanging. I might see if I can get a beam that comes down. Just fucking just go all out. It depends on how much support we have up there. Let's just get rid of these. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use those. I'm going to go to bed real quick so the grey dwarves don't... come on. I know it's a window, just get in. Yeah, so the grey dwarves don't bother us. Alright, so we want a way to get up there. So let's grab a bit of a ladder. Can we reach? Nearly. We are close. Pretty sure we can get another one without causing too much dramas. It's just, I'm gonna let that sit there. Actually, those are... Oh no, that would have reset because I placed this. So let's just sit here and wait for this. We'll see how much support we have in this area. Because this obviously this part is quite far away from support. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. It's holding up though. It's looking good. Might even be able to get another one. Do we need another one? That's going to basically put it on the ground, Timmy. You may as well just have a fucking standing torch. What if we do a 2 meter pole instead? Oh, that's more reasonable. We are too far away. If we just hold control, we can pull those resources into our inventory, and then we can go back over here. This might not actually stay. That is looking very red. But yeah, that's a good amount of light. I'm happy with that. Hopefully it stays there. Kind of looks a little bit dicky. I mean, that right there just looks like a D going into an A. Well, it's a TimmyCarbine build, so... Alright, let's have a look. Let's get these set up. So I am lining up that that peak right there. Now I don't need all these teleporters. Not yet anyway, but it would be nice to have some spare ones. I dare say we will most likely use them. Why is that red? Is that not going to place? Invalid placement. Oh, it's sticking through the wall too much. Alright, that'll have to do then. Okay, yeah. That's good. Okay, so we're going to get some signs up. I harvested over 3,000 wood for this build, and I thought I had like more than double the amount I would need, and I think I'm down to under 1,000 wood. That is why am I going up there? It's pretty crazy. Alright, so we want this down as low as we can and over on the left hand side as far as we can. Ideally we want this sign to hide behind that portal on the right. Yeah, something like that. I think that'll do nicely. Although that's not rotated correctly to me. Alright, so we just want to bring it down as far as we can. And on the left hand side as far as we can. Just jam it in there. Okay, great. What's wrong with this one? Why isn't this one connect? Oh, because it's an odd number. So all these portals are blank. So these two are connected. These two are connected all the way around. And then these two are connected. Right? Let's just test it out. We'll see where this takes us. Just for science. Yeah, okay. So it's what I thought. So this one doesn't go anywhere, obviously. Alright, so let's work on replacing our portals in here. Swamp, stones, wood, trader, mountain, and then change the sign. No, it's not summoning stones, it's sacrificial stones. And then just a bunch of spaces. Oh, but it's multiple words, so it drops down on a separate line. Okay, yep. Fair enough. Stones it is. As many spaces as we can. Yep, good enough. Trader, yeah, I think we'll do the trader next. straight up. And then we'll start going into the biomes. So we'll do swamp. Mountain, I think, is the next one. Ugh, that's... Why are you doing that? Is this word too long? What if we just do snow? Yep, you're happy with snow. Okay. So there's a certain number of characters that we can do. What's the other one? Wood. I think we'll do those on this side. So any sort of like resource gathering portal we'll put on that side. These are all the biomes and points of interest, I guess, on this side. So yeah, that looks good. Happy with that. Let's just call this like spare 1, spare 2. So when we're out in the world, if we need to place down a portal, we could just call it one of these and be able to link up. And then we can change the name of it. Oh, what was this one? Boss. That's right, I've still got that boss thing. Oh, God. Maybe we should call that, like, Swamp 2 or something. Are we ever gonna need to go to that other swamp, though? I don't think we are. I think I'm just gonna go and demolish it. Although we could reuse it. We could reuse it to get to the plains, because that's going to be the next area we want to explore. And that is the closest plains that we've uncovered. There's a tiny little bit of plains up here. There's some more plains here. More plains there by the looks of it. Plains there. But that's quite far away. It's about the same distance, to be honest. Let's just put it right in the let's put it right here. Okay, so that one's called Boss for now. Although we're probably going to change it to Plains. So let's set up a portal here for Plains, so we can rename it and then immediately teleport back. No, we don't need any spaces on that one. So we're nearly done. I think it's just decorations at this point. Do I like this D and the A? I don't think so. I think we're going to try and come up with something else. What if we were to... that's a pain in the ass. Although I do have Valheim Plus, which allows me to do stuff like that. What I'm thinking is we place down some nice pillars here, and then we throw a wall sconce on there. I know we have copper. Don't lie to me. Let's give me some of that. God damn it. Why am I so heavy? I've got a bunch of wood on me. I'm never going to be able to get this perfect, but if it looks somewhat reasonable, I'll be happy. And then the idea is we get rid of this. Let's get rid of our light as well. So I just want to see how much light this is putting out for us. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. Is that too much? Oh, fuck off, idiot. Just run straight. Run straight and die. Oh, fuck off. Maybe we didn't need to add this many. Maybe this would have looked better if we put a sconce on every second pillar or something. Fuck. I don't know. Is that too much? I don't like how much smoke those things are generating. I might actually remove those and replace them with the sconces. I'll play around with that off camera, see what it looks like. Now I did want to do some more decorations, so I'm gonna grab some more blueberries because I seem to be going with the blue banner theme. So grab some blueberries and yeah, I'll just put those around the joint. I'm not sure what else we could do for decorations in there. Yep, well that kind of looks weird. Like it's not really attached to anything. That doesn't snap into there very nicely. No, we need a backboard. We have to free place this. Let's go there. And then we need this one to just sort of, I don't know, go in there. Yes, reasonable. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that could look alright. What if we did them this way? I would have to sit up like that. What if we... we wouldn't be able to do them on every one, but maybe that's a good thing. So I seem to be adding too much of everything. I don't really want to put one here. Yeah, I don't think I will. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, just some banners. What does that look like from the outside? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. What about a rug? Yeah, sure. It breaks up the floor a little bit, and not that we really needed it, but it adds a little bit more to it. What else have we got in here for decorations? We could throw up some shields and stuff. I do want to do that at some point. Just put a load of shields everywhere. There's not really anything else we could do in there. Actually, instead of putting these sconces here, we could do a one of these, a little item stand. And what we could put on top is one of the yellow mushrooms, which have like a faint glow. I'm not sure if it would actually light up the area as much as this is. Actually, yeah, I know for sure that it wouldn't. I'm not sure if it would light it up enough for us. But that is something we could do to try to tone this down a little bit, because it's a little bit overkill at the moment. So yeah, let me try that before we end the episode. That's so not going to be bright enough, is it? Fuck. Oh, well that sucks. Jeez, they have a really poor render range. God, I might go back to the bloody torches. Alright, I'm gonna swap out those things for wall sconces, and I will show you what it looks like. Ah, it looks so much better. Get rid of all that smoke. Yeah, I really don't like these. They're not bright enough. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all these. We're gonna come up with something else. Maybe just wall sconces on every second. Or what if we... I'll try putting wall sconces back here. Although... actually, just... Let me pick up some of this. Just so the portals stop shining. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, so it's gonna just like snap to either side. That is nowhere near enough. It even turns off because it's too close to that beam. Trouble is, like, to actually get a full idea of what it's going to look like, I need to remove this. And if I don't like it, replacing it is going to suck. It's not bad. I'm curious though, what it would look like with the sconces on the back side of the pillars. And down low enough that the pillar itself will hide the flame. Yeah, see, because when you come in here, this is very, like, blinding. It's very, intrusive. Especially when you're trying to read the portal names behind all the flames. But having them behind the pillar and down low enough, I think that'd be enough. I think that's it. So I screwed around with details for far too long, but I think it paid off in the end. This looks really cool. Lots of really good detail. Yeah, see, removing those braziers, like you can see all the detail of the beams now. Much better. Alright, and on that note, we're going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, don't forget to leave your targets. I'll see you next time.